Welcome to the deep dive. We cut through all the noise to give you the essential insights, the surprising facts you need to be really well informed, fast. Today, we're diving deep into something, well, something you might just pour in your coffee every morning.
Or grab from the fridge for the kids, maybe.
Exactly. But it holds this unexpectedly central place right here in our own Sioux Falls community and, across South Dakota, too.
It really does. It's a classic case of how something every day can be so deeply tied into the economy, farming innovation, and just the community itself.
Right.
Seems simple, right? Milk.
Mm.
But the story here in South Dakota is actually a fascinating journey.
Totally. And our mission today, based on our research and, our own experiences living here, is to unpack why milk is just so much more than a drink in South Dakota. It's really a legacy tied to our economy, our communities, and even our future. So let's kick off with a fact that might just surprise you. We found out something pretty specific about milk's official status here. Did you know it became our official state drink way back in 1986?
That's right, 1986.
Yeah. It's actually written into state law.
Yeah.
Title 1, Chapter 1 to 6, Section 1, 616, it declares black vacuum, that's cow's milk, as the official drink.
And we're not the only ones.
Yeah.
I think over 20 other states have done the same.
Right. So, okay, what does having an official state drink, specifically milk, what does that really tell us about South Dakota?
Well, it's fascinating because that designation, it really signals the state's deep agricultural identity. It's not just, a symbolic thing. It's a direct reflection of how central farming, and specifically dairy, is to who we are. It puts milk right up front as a major player, not just some random choice.
Okay, that makes sense. And it perfectly sets up, the real power behind this simple drink, the economics of it all, agriculture. I mean, it's the absolute backbone of South Dakota's economy. We're talking, $16.3 billion value?
Huge. A staggering number, yes.
So with that massive picture, where does milk fit in? How big a slice is the dairy part?
Well, it's not just a slice. It's a strategic cornerstone, really. Dairy products actually rank second among livestock commodities in state cash receipts.
Yeah.
And cash receipts, that's basically the money farmers get from selling their livestock and products. So number two, that shows its huge financial weight.
Wow, second largest.
Yeah. And to put some numbers on that, back in 2000, our dairies produced about 1.634 billion pounds of milk.
Billion with a B.
With the B. From about 102,000 cows. Just try to picture that amount, maybe over 200 Olympic swimming pools full of milk every year.
That's a lot of milk.
It is. And what's interesting, too, is the efficiency. That year, milk production per cow was up 8% from the year before, getting more efficient.
Right.
Then you have an SDSU study from 2014, South Dakota State University.
Hey!
It showed a direct economic hit of $426 million from dairy. But when you add in all the related stuff, processing, transport, retail, it jumps to $647 million total impact. So you see how deeply it's woven into the state's overall prosperity. It's not just farms.
Those numbers are really something, especially when you hear about the challenges the industry faced not too long ago. I mean, we saw this really striking drop in cow numbers, right? From 250,000 back in the 80s.
Yeah, huge number, then.
Yeah. And it plummeted down to around 80,000 by the early 2000s. That's a massive drop.
It really was a worrying trend for the industry at the time.
But then it staged this incredible comeback. Numbers climbed back up to 122,000 cows by 2019. That's quite a turnaround story. So what was behind that? What really drove that resurgence?
Well, if you connect it to the bigger picture, this comeback, it's more than just numbers bouncing back. It's a great example of how, targeted efforts can really revitalize a traditional industry. Education was key. The dairy science program at SDSU, it had struggled, but then really rebounded. Now drawing over 120 students, which is fantastic, training the next generation.
That's vital, yeah.
And then there's the huge industrial investment. Look at Agripur's plant in Lake Norden. They didn't just expand a little, they basically tripled their processing capacity.
Tripled?
Yeah, from 3 million pounds of milk a day to a staggering 9 million pounds per day. That plant alone is projected to handle milk from about 85,000 cows.
85,000. Just one plant.
Just one plant. It's a huge signal,
Yeah.
A massive vote of confidence in the future of dairy right here in South Dakota. Shows resilience through innovation.
That kind of commitment, yeah, it's definitely a comeback story. But it's not just about the big plants and the big money, is it? It feels like it's deeply rooted in the community, too,
Mm.
especially with kids. Like here in South Dakota, we have the 4-H Dairy Cattle Project. And for anyone listening who doesn't know 4-H, it's this amazing youth program.
Fantastic program.
Yeah. Kids raise calves, they learn to care for them, milk them. It teaches so much, like responsibility, life skills,
Mhm.
leadership. And then there's the National 4-H Dairy Conference. It's been running since, what, 1955?
Since 1955, yes.
Hmm.
A long history.
Helping young people tour processing plants, learn dairy skills, even explore careers in agribusiness. So, okay, beyond just the hands-on farm stuff, what does all this mean for the kids growing up here and for the industry long term?
Well, it raises that important question, right? How do we actually grow the next generation of farmers
Right.
and agricultural leaders? These programs like 4-H, they are absolutely crucial. They foster this deep, practical connection to agriculture, to dairy specifically,
Yeah.
giving kids that hands-on experience, showing them clear career paths. It helps make sure we have the talent and the passion, right here at home for the future. It's really an investment in tomorrow's rural economy.
Definitely investing in the future. Okay, let's shift gears slightly, thinking about things that impact us directly. Health, nutrition, public policy. Milk's always had this reputation, right? Like the nearly perfect food, packed with protein, calcium, all those vitamins.
Mhm. A very strong nutritional profile.
But with all the different dietary trends and health talks these days, what's being done to make sure milk keeps its role in public health and stays accessible?
That's a good point. Milk's nutrition, especially that highly bioavailable calcium and complete protein, has really cemented it as a public health cornerstone.
Mm-hmm.
And South Dakota's dairy advocates work hard to protect that. The South Dakota dairy producers, for instance, they're really active. They advocate for safe, high-quality milk, especially in school lunch programs.
Oh, yeah, school milk, a classic.
Exactly. And they also support regulated raw milk sales, which kind of reflects different consumer interests there.
Mm.
But their bigger priorities really cover supporting dairy research, making sure inspections are solid, promoting nutrition education, and just guaranteeing access to healthy drinks. All of that helps sustain our rural economies by keeping the dairy sector vibrant and providing essential nutrition.
And let's bring it right back home, right here to our awesome town, Sioux Falls. The connection feels super personal for so many of us here. I mean, I know tons of Sioux Falls families who grew up doing 4-H dairy projects or their relatives did. You see milk stuff all over the place at school fairs around here. It's just woven into growing up
It
here.
really is part of the local fabric.
Are there maybe some specific local farm stories that kind of bring that impact home, make it really tangible?
Oh, absolutely. There's a great example, Bode Wine Farms. It's a local operation not too far from us here. Their story is pretty amazing. They started small, maybe 40 cows back in 1980. By the year 2000, over 2,000 cows.
Wow, that's huge growth.
Incredible growth.
Yeah.
And employing over 40 people, integrating smart farming like feed grain rotations. It really shows that powerful local growth and economic boost right in our own backyard. And it's not just the farms. Like you said about schools right here in Sioux Falls, the school cafeterias, they follow guidelines from the Dairy Board about serving milk as a healthy drink option. So it connects directly to daily life right in our community.
Okay, here's another little fact that kind of puts the whole South Dakota dairy thing in perspective. This one surprised me. Did you know that less than 50%, less than half of all the milk produced is actually drunk as, fluid milk?
That often surprises people, yeah.
The rest becomes butter, cheese, milk powder, ice cream, all sorts of other products. Shows how versatile the industry is.
It's a great example of value adding in agriculture, taking a raw product and turning it into many different things.
And speaking of impressive stats, South Dakota consistently ranks among the top 10 dairy states in the Midwest. Production's been pretty steady since 2011 and actually saw an 11% increase by 2020.
Those numbers really do underscore a powerful story. They absolutely do. And they really drive home that point.
Yeah.
Milk in South Dakota, it's way more than just a drink. It is a profound legacy and one that's still evolving. Think about it. Nourishes kids. It sustains economies. It strengthens our rural roots. Declared the state drink back in '86, but milk is still pouring right into our collective story, one glass at a time.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of makes you pause and think, doesn't it? How these everyday things like the milk carton in your fridge are so deeply embodied in the economic, social, historical fabric of where we live, way beyond just drinking it.
What a fantastic deep dive. Seriously, who knew a simple glass of milk had so much history and impact wrapped up in it? It's kind of amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this journey today. It's all about fun, education, and building our community right here in this wonderful town of Sioux Falls. Hopefully you feel a little more connected now to the incredible story behind something as simple, maybe, as that glass of milk.
And we hope you keep being curious, keep seeking out knowledge about the world around you.
Yeah.
You really never know what fascinating stories are hiding right there in plain sight.
Absolutely. And remember, you can always check us out on social media. We're at yourseasonagent.com. Lots more insights and community stuff there. Thanks again for tuning in. Until next time.